When something unexpected hits, a medical bill, a job loss, urgent travel, a major car repair, most people reach for credit without thinking. There's a calmer way to handle surprises: an emergency fund. This video covers the basics: what an emergency fund is, why it matters, how it works, and how to start one, even when money feels tight. An emergency fund is a separate pool of money you keep for real emergencies. Events that affect your health, your job, your ability to earn. Think of things like losing your job, a sudden medical bill, or your car breaking down in a way you genuinely couldn't plan for. The purpose is simple. You have cash available so you don't need to borrow or sell your investments at a bad time. Why does this matter? Because without a buffer, surprises often turn into debt, and high-interest debt grows fast. An emergency fund gives you breathing room. It protects your long-term investments so that when markets are down, you're not forced to sell at the worst possible moment. Even a small amount helps. 1,000 Rand saved is better than zero. It's the habit that matters more than the number. Here's how an emergency fund works in practice. Most people aim for 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. These are the things you must pay to keep life running: rent, food, transport, basic bills. The money should be easy to access, but not so easy that you dip into it for non-urgent things. A separate savings account works well. This isn't money that's meant to grow fast. Safety and access matter way more than returns. Once this base is in place, longer-term, high-growth investing becomes far less stressful. A few simple habits make this easier. Start small. Keep the money in a low-risk place. Automate a monthly transfer if you can. And use the fund only for genuine emergencies. If you do use it, rebuild it straight away. Let's look at a simple example. If your essential expenses are 8,000 Rand a month, a 3-month fund would be 24,000 Rand. Now that may feel out of reach, but if you set aside 500 Rand a month, you can get to 6,000 in just a year. It's not the full amount, but it's a meaningful protection, and progress always beats perfection. So how do you begin? List your essential expenses. Choose a first target. Even a half a month's expenses is fine. Open a separate account for your emergency savings. Decide on an amount you can afford to save into it regularly. And start. Review this every few months and adjust it as life changes. Check your emergency fund once a year. Costs change and life changes. If you've used it, you need to rebuild it before increasing your long-term investments. Again, the goal isn't perfection. It's simply to have something in place so a surprise doesn't push you into expensive debt. An emergency fund is your first layer of stability. Once it's in place, investing becomes calmer and easier. Explore the next part of our guide or subscribe so you don't miss the next video in this series.